two young brothers who went missing from the home of their adoptive parents more than a month ago. The boys' birth mother speaking out to ABC in her First Network interview. ABC's Zareen Shah joins us this morning with more. Good morning, Zareen.
Good morning, Eva. Right before Christmas, two young boys vanished. And we're talking about a very small California town, just 14,000 people. And now dozens of officials are out there. And this morning, they are trying to answer that big question, what happened to those kids? This morning, officials frantically searching for two little boys who disappeared from their own backyard.
Someone somewhere knows where these kids are.
Now neighbors, police, and the FBI desperately trying to find them.
We're scared they're not going to be alive.
Authorities say 4-year-old Oren West and 3-year-old Orson vanished from outside their home in California City.
I realized that I left the gate open and I panicked, came inside the house, searched the house, me and my wife. Once that didn't pan out, I got in the van. I looked down the street, both directions.
Law enforcement say neighbor surveillance video shows the father jumping into a van to look for his boys, the couple then calling police.
We have to suspect there's foul play. For 3-4-year-old to not be found leads us to believe that somehow, some way, someone picked them up and took them out of the area.
Trezell and his wife Jacq West adopted the boys in 2019. The brothers had been placed in foster care after being removed from their birth mother's custody.
And I'm not a bad mother at all for this to even happen to me. I don't have not one evil bone in my body. And for this to happen to me, it's a lot for me.
The Wests have 4 other children who've been placed into protective custody. Investigators say the couple are not suspects in the case. Their family temporarily leaving their home after receiving death threats and trespassers on their property.
It's difficult. Everybody's making their own conclusions. They don't know anything.
Good afternoon, everybody. I wanted to talk about something else that I just saw, or was actually forwarded to me. It's apparently security footage of some sort from Funtown. I think that's the name of it, in Bakersfield. It's an adult accessory store, we call it that. Now, with that being said, with everything kind of, based upon what it looks like, let's not any of us watching any of this transpire to take place act like, we've never stepped foot inside of one of those places. Now, granted, the timing may be, different. And I have my own ideology on why I believe some of the behavior is strange, along with the weight fluctuations and also with the, popping up at sex store. Yeah, I get it. It looks like something, but there again, I'll say the absence of evidence isn't the evidence of absence. So, that fits into that box. Now, I want to reiterate again that we do not know how textbook. There are maybe a few out here that have lost some children and got them back or didn't get them back, and they're watching what's going on. But for the majority of the rest of us, we haven't lost a child due to these sort of circumstances. So we don't, in reality, know how one is supposed to behave. Now, if we're all, trying to base our opinions and our emotions on what it looks like, then what it looks like is someone that's very comfortable, so comfortable that they're living their life, they're doing their thing, they're going to the sex shop. Man, you got to be able to put on that unbiased jacket again and look at it objectively and subjectively for its face value, what it's worth. So, you start to try to, what's the first thing, people, when addressing things that have been reblogged or, smeared and reposted is you got to go back to the original source. Now, when you start to look at the cap on the right-hand side of this picture I'm showing, the cap looks airbrushed. The eyes look as if they've been cut out of somewhere else and put on and kind of turned. It could be, pictures of a couple that, could fit that description, and, you're able to, cut them out. And it just is, everything is subject. We don't know what we're looking at, right? So be very, very analytical and very subjective at this point, because there's going to be, again, I use the word microcosm of people that are going to believe that the official narrative that they thought was official in the beginning, once that changes and they find someone else of interest that's not, a West, some of these people will refuse to eat crow. Like the same, and I'm not saying these are the same people, but somewhat like the same people that know that Biden's won and they still got their Trump sign up. They still believe something other than what it is. So, food for thought. I don't really have too much more to address about that than that. I do like the fact that Good Morning America jumped on the case and sometime today or whatever and made this little 2-minute segment. And I don't know if the police are there right now actively on the ground like the like the segment portrays. I don't know, but be careful what it looks like. Everybody, thank you for your time. God bless you.